This is the Eastern Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Wednesday, August the 27th. Key points to go through is that we are seeing a slow-moving low-pressure system that's moving through Idaho today. This will bring additional rainfall to the region with scattered thunderstorms expected once again this afternoon. Additional rainfall amounts today will range anywhere from around 1/4 of an inch in the Magic Valley to up to an inch, maybe a little bit more, in the eastern highlands. Localized flooding remains possible today, and drier weather will return for the weekend. So weather risk outlook, looking for moderate impacts still, mainly because of the Wapiti burn scar up by Stanley. Otherwise, some isolated flash flooding is possible if you get the right thunderstorm in the right area. Everywhere else, we could see a localized flooding event possible today. Otherwise, looking at isolated scattered storms Thursday as the system starts to pull out of the region, and then that continues into Friday as well, although Friday's starting to look more and more drier. And then as we go into the weekend, it looks like it'll be mainly dry. There might still be a spotty storm around, but right now it doesn't look like it'll be too big of a deal. This current satellite image shows considerable cloudiness over the region associated with that low pressure system, and we do have widespread flood watches out for a good chunk of Idaho and eastern Nevada and parts of southwestern Montana as well. High temperatures today, generally in the 60s and 70s across the region, with the additional cloud cover and storms around today. Peak wind gusts generally expected to be 15 to 20 miles per hour, although if you have thunderstorms around, you could have some local gusts up to around 40 miles per hour possible as well. Humidity levels, minimum humidity levels today, probably not too low. Generally 70% or higher across most of the region. Quite a bit of moisture running around. Chances of precipitation today are very, very high, and once again looking at generally around a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch down in the Magic Valley region, ranging up to 1/2 an inch to an inch across the eastern highlands. Low temperatures tonight, once again in the 40s in the highlands, 50s in the Magic Valley and Snake Plain. High relative humidity recovery is expected tonight. Chances of precipitation still pretty high, but the bulk of the precipitation will be starting to move off into the eastern and northeastern highlands tonight, with additional 1/4 to 1/2 an inch possible during the nighttime hours there tonight. High temperatures on Thursday looking to be generally in the 70s across most of the region. Highest wind gusts generally expected to be 15 to 20 miles per hour, and you start seeing that drier air starting to work in from the west. Chances of precipitation tomorrow range anywhere from very low chances in the Magic Valley to still some pretty high chances in the Allen Park region. And we do think perhaps here in the middle in the Snake Plain, maybe these precipitation chances could be a little bit on the high side. We're starting to see that in the trend in the models that trying to indicate that the push of more dry air into the area might be a little bit more aggressive than what we're seeing. So just keep that in the back of your mind that it actually might end up being a little bit drier than what we're indicating here. But still, there's the potential for an additional 1/4 to 1/2 an inch in the Allen Park region on Thursday. Low temperatures and humidities for Thursday night, generally looking at 40s and 50s across the area, with good humidity recovery still across most of the region. Chances of precipitation for Thursday night generally expected to be in the 20s to 40% range. Best chances will really still be in the Allen Park region, as some showers weaken and dissipate in the evening hours. So high temperatures as we go into Friday, generally expected to be in the 70s for the most part. Peak wind gusts still not too bad, generally around 15 miles per hour or so, and you see that drier air working into the region for Friday. Chances of precipitation, yeah, we still may see a stray shower or thunderstorm. Can't entirely rule it out. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. So that concludes this morning's briefing. And if you have any questions, just to recap, slow-moving low-pressure system will produce additional storms and rainfall with 1/4 to an inch rain possible, depending on your location. An isolated flood threat still remains, especially around the Wapiti burn scar, and drier weather will return for the weekend. So that concludes this morning's briefing, and if you have any questions or comments, please excuse my pronunciation of the word Wapiti. But if you have any additional questions or comments, please reach out to us. Thank you.